you're about to start nursing school, here are 5 things you must do before you start. So keep watching this video because you don't want to miss them. Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Onyinyechi and I am a family nurse practitioner with 𝐟𝐨𝐫𝐞. Today we're going to be discussing 5 things you need to do before you start nursing school. And I'm talking about this because it is a very important topic. Nursing school is no joke. One of the best things you can do for yourself before starting nursing school is to be prepared. Getting your life straightened out in a way that will allow you to properly adapt and manage all the stresses that can come with nursing school. So let's jump right into it. The first one is you need to get in the mindset of nursing school. I'm not gonna lie to you, nursing school can be stressful. When I went for my bridge program LPN to BSN, I thought I had a hidden advantage. I thought that I was going to have a breeze in nursing school because I already had some LPN experience. Even with my experience as an LPN, I still had moments where nursing school really tested me, both emotionally and physically, because running on an empty tank, constantly waking up for clinicals early in the morning, having assignments to do while simultaneously having to write papers and then read topics out of my textbook was not only physically challenging, it was also emotionally challenging for me, but that does not mean that I didn't do it. But a good way for you to be able to actually adapt to the things that nursing school will ask of you physically and emotionally is to get into the mindset of what to expect. One of the ways to do that is to level your expectations. Just know that nursing school, no matter how experienced you think you may be, no matter how ready you think you may be, can still be physically challenging. And that's perfectly okay. But the reason why getting into the mindset can be helpful is because when you experience those moments that seem a little bit challenging, you can take a step back and remind yourself, hey, I knew this was coming. Let me find ways to properly deal with it rather than try to run away, try to quit, or just break down altogether. Number 2 is a big one. You need to understand, examine, and then plan out your finances before nursing school starts. Now, the reason why I say that is not because nursing school is going to be draining you cash for cash, although it is very expensive. But my point of view is more so the fact that nursing school is going to require a lot of your time. And the only way that you can properly manage your time, balancing what is needed for nursing school versus your personal life, as in regards to work and all the things that you also need to do, is to understand where your finances are at. What kind of job do you have right now? Is it one that requires full-time attention? So are you working Mondays to Fridays? Is that something that's going to be compatible with nursing school? Because when nursing school starts, you're going to have clinicals in the morning. You're going to have days when you need to complete an assignment. You need to turn in papers before 11:59. Have you factored all of those into the job that you currently have? Are you going to be able to balance both? Is your job right now going to be a detriment to your ability to actually finish nursing school? These are big things that you need to consider. If you're full-time right now, do you need to start talking to your manager about the possibility of going part-time? If you're full-time, do you need to talk to your manager about the possibility of being a PRN staff? That way you have more flexibility with how you pick up shifts, when you work, how you work, and the hours that you work. So those are big things for you to consider, because I would hate for you to start nursing school and then you have an assignment, you have an exam coming up, you have a quiz coming up, you have a paper to write, and you're thinking about that shift that you have to go to tonight and you haven't even finished the first page of your paper. I mean, that just puts too much anxiety on you and eventually can just cause you to burn out in nursing school. And many people will just turn away and be like, you know what? I'm not doing this right now. I can't deal with it. But that's mostly because sometimes we don't prepare enough before nursing school actually starts. Number 3 is to become realistic about relationships, friendships, and your social time. Yes, I'm not saying you're not going to have a social life in nursing school. I promise you, if you have good balance in nursing school, you can do whatever you want. But you see, your social time is probably going to be cut a little bit. And the reason is because all of that social time you once had, you might be using some of it now to get assignments done, to study for exams, to get a nap in when possible. And sometimes you just honestly want to be by yourself and lay down with nobody talking in your ear. So you kind of have to become realistic about the people that are in your life. So we're talking spouses, we're talking partners, we're talking boyfriends, girlfriends, best friends, people that typically would expect for you to show up for them all the time. You would need to also let them know, hey, I'm starting this journey. I know that you absolutely support me, but I want you to just know that there might be times when I'm not the best at showing up the way that I would need to. I promise you, if you level with people in your life and actually let them know, I would hope that they would show up for you and come through for you, understanding that this is a goal that is important to you. And the role that they will play in being supportive will be very useful in your ability to succeed. I've heard people talk about how they've either lost friendships, or some people even talk about how they've lost relationships just because they were in nursing school. And I don't think it should be like that. But then again, people are different. Anybody who loves you, though, should be throwing you some support for something that is important to you. So maybe if you do encounter situations where people are not supportive of you, chasing after a goal that's important to you, you may need to reevaluate some friendships, or maybe you may need to reevaluate the dynamics between you and that person, whatever the relationship type may be. Number 4 is a big one, understanding your learning style. What kind of learning style do you have? Are you one of those people who is a see one, do one? So you learn by seeing things, watching videos, literally you learn by watching somebody else do it and then you understand it. Are you one of those people who likes audiobooks? So then you listen and it automatically just sticks in. Are you one of those people who can read a whole textbook and read the PowerPoints and everything just clicks? Are you one of those people that are hands-on? You literally have to touch that thing before you get the feeling of it through your hands, and then you be like, okay, yes, I completely understand. These will all be useful in nursing school because there are so many resources out there to help you be successful in nursing school. But until you understand how to properly utilize these learning skills, you might just be running helter-skelter trying to understand how you're going to grapple all this information and still be able to show up as a sane person the next day in class. So it's a big thing. There are online quizzes that you can go take to kind of figure out what kind of learner you are, so that when you start nursing school, any resources that you decide to use, you start to gear your learning towards them. If you know that you are an audio learner, you learn more by listening, then maybe you turn your textbooks into audiobooks so that you're able to listen to it during a good car ride. If you're somebody who learns by hands-on, maybe you want more clinical hours, or you're learning more at clinical, you delve yourself really into it and watch what the nurses are doing, and of course practice when allowed. That way when you touch it, like learning to make a bed, when you actually make the bed yourself, then you can already have it in your memory as to how to do it. So maybe if you see it on an exam, it's easier for you to remember. If you're somebody who does more by reading and highlighting, then you take your textbook and buy you some good highlighters and start highlighting away, because that's the way that you retain best. So it's important for you to know where you stand, because nursing school is very tasking, and getting all that information to stick is the most difficult part for many people, most especially even understanding the information. So once you're able to know your learning style, then I promise you things will start to fall into place a little bit better, so that you can know how to properly be successful in your journey. Number 5 is something that I tell all my mentees: learn to trust your abilities. I think as individuals, we have conditioned ourselves to only looking at the negative side of things. When we want to go after a new goal or a new task, a lot of people just start thinking of all the negative things that could happen. What if I fail? What if I don't do good? What if I'm not good at clinical? What if the patient hates me? Well, what if they love you? Okay? What if you're great at quizzes? What if you walk into the exam hall and the questions are actually clicking and you're actually understanding them? What if your instructor is teaching in class and the information is sinking? Have you thought about all those things before you even begin to down yourself with the possibilities of all the things that may not happen for you? It's a bad habit that even I have. Even in my advanced career, I still sit down sometimes and think to myself, that other person might be better. Perhaps I shouldn't even pursue this because I'll probably fail at it. But no, trusting your abilities kind of looks like walking into a room and believing that you can do it. And when I say you can do it, I don't mean that you can walk in there the first day, you know everything. Nobody knows everything. We're all going to continue to be learners for the rest of our lives. But trusting your ability to learn, trusting your ability to learn new skills, to take in new information, trusting your ability to get better. Now becoming your first and only discourager who tells yourself every single time, I'm going to fail. I just know I'm going to fail. I just know I can't do it. When you speak things like that into existence, you can expect to some extent that you may fail. So it's important for you to stand up, keep your head high, and understand that if this is a goal that you have personally decided to go after, then you must go at it with everything that you have. And that starts with trusting in your abilities. So apart from all the wonderful things that you still need to do before starting nursing school, these are the big ones that I always teach my mentees. I can never say them enough. They are so important. I think everyone needs to consider these 5 different parts and aspects of their lives before they delve into any nursing program. But overall, I believe that anyone who wants to go to nursing school and is ready to put in the work has the ability to be successful at it. So don't count yourself out yet. You are no less than anybody else who decides to go to nursing school, regardless of their degree, their experience, or what they bring to the table. Okay? So I hope that you find this video helpful. The way that you can help me is by subscribing to my channel and then also liking the video and sharing it with other people you feel may find this helpful. As always, don't also forget to follow me on my Instagram page, which has tons of information that you will find helpful throughout your nursing school journey. Until the next video, I hope to see you back here. I am glad that you're here and I'm glad to be building this community. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Good luck, and I am rooting for you. Bye-bye.